Hello students, welcome to the video class for the subject Power Electronics and PLC. This video class is for the 5th semester Electrical and Electronics Diploma Engineering students. So today's topic is AC voltage controller, or it is also known as AC voltage regulator. So we will start this topic from the introduction part. Okay. So AC voltage controller are semiconductor based circuit which convert fixed alternating voltage directly to variable alternating voltage without changing in frequency. So some of its main applications are domestic and industrial heating, transformer tap changing, lighting control, speed control of single phase and three phase AC drives, starting of induction motor. Clear? So actually in the earlier stage, the devices used for these applications were mainly the auto transformer, tap changing transformer, magnetic amplifier, saturable reactors, etc. But these devices are now replaced with thyristor and triac based AC voltage controller, AC voltage regulator, because it has a higher efficiency, flexibility in control, compact in size, and less maintenance. Clear? So AC voltage controller are mainly adaptable for your closed loop control system. Clear? So in this AC voltage controller, the circuitry mainly consists of the power semiconductor device. Here mainly the semiconductor device is the thyristor based device. So here the whatever thyristors are used, its commutation circuit is mainly here the thyristor commutation process is mainly the line commutation. There is no requirement of any other complex commutation circuitry. Okay. Though here we use thyristor based semiconductor devices for the AC voltage controller circuit. So these are the AC voltage controllers are phase control devices, because thyristor and triac are line commutated, and no complex commutation circuitry is required in this controller. Okay. So here thyristor based here AC voltage control is the thyristor based circuitry, and for these thyristors we need not require any kind of complex commutation circuitry, and these thyristors are line commutated. Okay, so mainly the AC voltage controllers are phase control devices. Okay, so what is this phase control device? What is this phase control term means? The the phase relationship between phase control means it is the phase relationship between the output current waveform and input voltage waveform. So whatever the characteristics, what is the relation between the current waveform and voltage source waveform, and what is the relation, what kind of waveforms are here, what is the relationship, how the relationship formed in between output current and supply voltage waveform, we will study through this AC voltage controller circuit diagram and waveforms. Okay, so the main disadvantages of AC voltage controller, the main disadvantages of AC voltage controller is the introduction of objectionable harmonics in the supply current and load voltage waveforms. Clear? So here by using the AC voltage controller, we have found some objectionable harmonics in the supply current and load voltage waveform, and particularly at reduced output voltage levels. So here we will study the AC voltage controller, single phase AC voltage controller, its working principle, and whatever the waveforms formed here. Okay, so first of all, we need to know the type of AC voltage controller. So here we will study single phase half wave AC voltage controller and single phase full wave AC voltage controller. So under this half wave and full wave AC voltage controller, we include the power circuit diagram and voltage and current waveform. Voltage and current waveform mainly gives showing you the output voltage and output current waveform. Okay. So the power circuit diagram of a single phase half wave AC voltage controller is, this is the power circuit diagram and this is the output voltage and current waveform. Clear? So for regulating the power flow in AC voltage controller, there are two types of control strategies are there. That one, first one is the phase control type, and the second one is the integral cycle control. Phase control and integral cycle. What is this phase control and integral cycle control strategy? We will study through the half wave and full wave voltage control circuit. Okay. So principle of phase control, with respect to phase control rectifier, we already studied in the rectifier part. The basic philosophy of this phase control in single phase voltage controller is the same with the rectifier circuit. So here the switching device is so operated that the load gets connected to AC source for a part of each half cycle of the input voltage. Clear? See, switching devices is so operated that load get connected to the source for a part of each half cycle of the input voltage. Phase control, in phase control strategy, what happens that whatever the switching device, here the switching device is the thyristor. When this thyristor is operated, the load means the whatever load is connected in the power circuit, this is the load. So load is connected to the source for a part of each half cycle of the input voltage. So the phase control in single phase voltage controller, to study the phase control in single phase voltage controller, consider the power diagram which is given here. This is the power diagram. Clear? So you see in this power diagram, it consists of one thyristor in antiparallel with one diode. Okay. So this circuit configuration is called single phase half wave voltage controller. See, this is the circuit configuration. This is the source part. This is the load, resistive load part. This is here the semiconductor switches are used. One is the thyristor connected in antiparallel with one diode. Okay, so this is called single phase half wave voltage controller. When SCR is forward biased during positive half cycle, it is turned on at firing angle alpha. This is the waveform given. This is the output voltage and output current waveform. So SCR is forward biased during positive half cycle. Positive half cycle, what do you mean by this? This is the actually, here the source is like this. That means we have the source here. Okay, this is the kind of source. Here the source is like, this is the source. Okay, so source supplies the AC waveform. See, AC voltage control, what it do, it convert AC voltage of one frequency to another frequency without changing its frequency. Okay, so okay, so what you see here, see, SCR is forward biased. See, this is the SCR. SCR is forward biased when positive half cycle is appear across this terminal. So SCR is forward biased during the positive half cycle. It is turned on at a firing angle alpha. This is the alpha. when alpha triggered here, then thyristor will turn on from this position. Okay, so load voltage at once jumps to Vm sin alpha. Likewise, load current becomes Vm sin alpha by R. See, this is the load voltage. This waveform is the load voltage waveform in the positive half cycle. This is from here. Here the load voltage value is Vm sin alpha. This is the load voltage waveform from up to point pi. And similar, it is similar here. The output current waveform is also similar with the V0 waveform, because here the load is resistive load. That means output current is in phase with the output voltage. That's why here the load current waveform is also in phase with the load voltage waveform, and the load current value is Vm sin alpha divided by R, and the peak value here, the peak value is Vm, here the peak value is Vm by R. Clear? This is alpha is the delay angle, here is also alpha is the delay angle or phase angle. No, I means firing angle. Alpha is the firing angle or delay angle. So then the waveform of the load voltage V0 and load current I0 are in phase. Are in phase or are in equal or in same phase. Whatever be the voltage waveform, likewise the current waveform. Okay. So the thyristor get turned off at omega t equal to pi for resistive load. See, once positive half cycle is completed at angle pi, the thyristor is reverse biased, because after pi there is happening of occurring of the negative half cycle. So once negative half cycle appear at this point, thyristor get reverse biased. So thyristor get turned off at omega t equal to pi for resistive load. After omega t equal to pi, negative half cycle, forward biases diode D1. So negative half cycle for reverse biases thyristor T1, but forward biases this diode. This is the diode here. Okay. So note that the only positive half cycle can be controlled here, because only for positive half cycle thyristor is operated, and here control means firing angle is reached, firing angle is given, then thyristor is turned on, and so we got the output voltage waveform. So here only positive half cycle can be controlled. And for negative half cycle, diode D1 becomes forward biased. Therefore, D1 conducts from omega t equal to pi to 2 pi. This is from pi to 2 pi, diode D1 conduct. That's why this is the output voltage waveform during the negative half cycle when D1 is turned on. And likewise, this is the output current waveform. Here the peak is minus Vm, here the current peak is minus Vm divided by R. So as such, single phase half wave controlled half wave control or half wave voltage control is also here. This single phase half wave voltage controller is also called as single phase unidirectional voltage controller. Okay. It reveals that positive half cycle is not identical with negative half cycle. See, here the positive half cycle waveform is like this and the negative half cycle waveform is like this. So here the positive half cycle waveform and negative half cycle waveform are not identical with each other. So as a result, DC component is introduced in the supply and load circuit, which is undesirable. So see, this is the this is the power circuit, and these are the voltage, output voltage and current waveform for single phase half wave AC voltage controller. And next we study about the full wave AC voltage controller. Okay, so in single phase full wave AC voltage controller, this is the power circuit diagram, and these are the output voltage and output current waveform. What happened here? See, when positive half cycle appear across here, thyristor T1 is forward biased, then thyristor T1 is fired at an angle alpha. Once thyristor T1 is turned on, then we got this output waveform like this. Okay, this is the output waveform up to pi. So up to pi, thyristor T1 is conducting, and likewise we got the output current waveform in phase with the B0. Here the peak is Bm, here the peak is Bm by R, and here the voltage value is Bm sin alpha. Here the voltage current is Bm sin alpha divided by R. So when positive half cycle is completed at an angle pi, the thyristor T1 is reverse biased, and hence thyristor T1 is turned off. But at the same time, thyristor T2 is forward biased at an angle pi when negative half cycle appear across this point. So when T2 is fired at an angle pi plus alpha, then we got the output voltage waveform like this. This is the output voltage waveform up to angle 2 pi. So if the voltage waveform is like this, then current waveform is also in phase with the voltage waveform. So these are the output voltage and output current waveform in case of full wave AC voltage controller. Okay, so see what happens. Here the positive half cycle waveform is identical with the negative half cycle for both voltage and current waveform. So therefore it introduces no direct current component, means it introduces no DC current component in the supply and load circuit. Okay, this circuit, that's why this circuit is more suitable in case of practical circuits than the single phase half wave AC voltage controller. So here the single phase AC voltage, single phase full wave AC voltage controller is also known as the single phase bidirectional voltage controller. The previous one, this one is the unidirectional. This one is the unidirectional AC voltage controller, and this one is the bidirectional AC voltage controller. Okay, so this is all about the phase control strategy. And the next one is integral cycle control strategy. In integral cycle control strategy, what happens? Mainly in integral cycle control, the mm, actually in integral cycle control, the output, we get the output for n number of cycles, then there is the circuit is off for m cycles, and again we get the output for n number of cycle like this. That means here for some cycle circuit is turned on, and then for some cycle the circuit remains off, and then again for some cycle circuit remain on. Like this integral cycle control is used for the study of AC voltage controller. So consider this circuit diagram. Consider this circuit diagram, this 9.2 circuit diagram, and we will apply the integral cycle control in this circuit, and we got the output waveform. How the output waveform we will study. What is the output waveform by applying integral cycle control in the 9.2? In the 9.2 circuit diagram means it is the full wave AC voltage controller. Okay, so how the output voltage and current waveforms are by applying integral cycle control. Let's see. So in integral cycle control consists of switching on the supply to load for an integer number of cycles, and then switching off the supply for further number of integral cycle. The principle of integral cycle control can be explained by referring the full wave AC voltage control circuit diagram. See, In the full wave AC voltage controller circuit diagram, there is two thyristors T1 and T2 are connected in antiparallel form. This is the circuit diagram. This is T1 and T2 are connected in antiparallel form, and here load is resistive load. Okay, resistive load. Then gate pulse IG1 and IG2 turn on the thyristor T1, T2 respectively at 0 voltage crossing of the supply voltage. The source energizes the load for n cycles. See, this is one cycle 0 to 2 pi, then this is 2 pi to 4 pi another cycle, then 4 pi to 6 pi another cycle. So here the source energizes load for n cycle. So here n is the, this is, see here the n is written, but here the n is the 3 cycle. This is 1 cycle, this is 2 cycle, this is 3 cycle. So source energizes load for n number of cycles. Here n is equal to 3. When gate pulses are withdrawn, load remain off for m is equal to 2 cycle. So when gate pulses are removed, then the thyristors are remaining in off state. That's why the circuit remain, or the load remain off for m cycle. See here, what is this m cycle, m number of cycles? See, this is 1 cycle and this is 1 cycle. So here m is equal to 2. That means now the load remains off for 2 cycles. That means m cycles. Okay. In this manner, process of turn on and turn off is repeated for the control of load power. By varying the number of n and m cycles, power delivered to load can be regulated. The waveform of source voltage Vs, this is the source voltage waveform. This is, first one is the source voltage waveform Vs. Gate pulses, these are the gate pulses, and output voltage, this is the output voltage. These are all given here. These are the waveform of Vs, gate pulses, Ig1, Ig2, then waveform for V0 and I0, all are given here. Okay, so here n is equal to 3, m is equal to 2. So power is delivered to load for n cycle and no power is delivered to load for m cycle. It is the average power in the load that is the control, that is the controlled power. Okay. So when T1 triggered, we got, see here triggering pulse is given at origin, that is here delay angle is 0. So in the positive half cycle, here get pulse is given, that means from this point thyristor T1 conducted. So and here for thyristor T2 get pulse given Ig2 from the starting of this pi angle. So from this point we got the output waveform. Again here thyristor T1 triggered at this, again here thyristor T2 triggered like this, we got the output waveform. So here the circuit is conducted for n cycle, and then circuit remains off for m cycle, and again repeatedly circuit remains on for n cycle, and again circuit remain off for m cycle. So in this way, by supply off and supply on, by supply on and supply off method, we can control the output power. So this is the concept of integral cycle control. Okay, so now we clearly understood about the AC voltage controller, or it is also called as AC voltage regulator, because here we control the AC voltage supply. That means we convert the fixed AC voltage directly to the variable alternating voltage without change in frequency. Clear? So integral cycle control is also known as on-off control, burst firing, zero voltage switching, cycle selection, or cycle syncopation method. Okay, this is all about AC voltage controller. Okay, thank you.